Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to another quick chat. Today on the quick chat, we'll be talking about Dr. Contessa as well as Buffy Purcell. Okay. For those of you guys that do not know, Buffy Purcell was a part of the show Married to Medicine some time ago, right? And she hasn't been on the show in quite a few years, but she never misses the opportunity to drag the hell out of the ladies, okay? She has primarily been on the neck of Dr. Jackie for a very long time, and that's because Dr. Jackie pretty much highlighted the fact that Buffy was infertile in front of a group of people. Very distasteful. And I have to say, I didn't like it then, girl, and I still don't like it now. Period. All right. She told Buffy something like this in front of a crowd of people where she says, Buffy, you should know you're infertile. Girl, what? So, of course, that was just a crazy season for Buffy because she needed that apology from Dr. Jackie that Dr. Jackie was not willing to give. Okay. And, they finally got the opportunity to go on a trip. Conversation was brought up again about Buffy not receiving her apology from Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie got real rude with her and said, Buffy, I apologize, done with it. Whatever it was, she said something like that. I apologize, girl. I said what I said. I'm done with it, girl. Don't come at me no more talking about this shit because I'm gonna ignore the hell out of you, right? It was a bit rude, that wasn't a nice, sincere apology, you know, I have to say. So it's been very clear on how Buffy feels about Dr. Jackie, where she stands with Dr. Jackie. But it seems like the more she talks about the ladies, she adds on another situation with one of the ladies as to why she doesn't really rock with them like that, right? And this time it was Dr. Contessa because she got a chance, Miss Buffy got a chance to sit down with Oliver Twix, okay? She sits down with Oliver Twix, and she has a conversation with him for like 2 hours. It was like an interview or whatever, talking about Married to Medicine and the ladies and stuff. And I'm just kind of sitting over here like, why are we even interviewing this woman so many years removed from this damn show? I feel like she probably said all that she needed to say about the ladies, the TV show, years ago. We needed to sit down and have a 2-hour conversation with this woman. Listen, if that's what y'all want to do, I can't tell the people what to do, but I'm over here just like, I want to tell her to move on so bad when it comes to Dr. Jackie and stuff, but it didn't happen to me. So it's just like, please get the healing that you need, because I just feel like it's about 5 years later. I'm not sure how many years later it is, and we're still talking about this Buffy. Like, no, ma'am. Like, I can't. I cannot. I can't. I'm not featuring Buffy, especially when Buffy sat up there and she was talking all that cash money stuff on other people's platform about, the whole fight with Candiace Dillard, right? But then you want to turn around and then you want people to have extreme sympathy for you and the different things you say you went through over there on Married to Medicine. Like, it's getting very annoying. But anywho, girl, let me just go ahead and play a snippet for y'all so that y'all can hear exactly what Buffy had to say and what actually went viral, because this time she accused Dr. Contessa of saying something very rude to her, very insensitive. She also mentioned that Dr. Contessa, I guess, had violated her as far as had her hands on her or whatever it was. Let me just go ahead and play that audio so that you guys can hear what it is that Buffy had to say.
She's so sweet until she grabbed my neck and cussed at me and yelled and told me to get over my miscarriages when she has 3 beautiful children at home. Other than that, I liked her and was very supportive of her. When her husband was acting up, I was the only one that was like, girl, you need to tell him how you feel and da-da-da-da-da. And not she was doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with her wanting to go back to school. But she's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, fabulous, beautiful, but she, and I will say this, Contessa, after the show, off camera where it counts, apologize to me. So we good.
But take us back to that night, because it was honestly, Buffy, and please don't be offended when I say this, it was like something out of a soap opera. Everything just felt so melodramatic. How did you and Contessa end up in that moment of contention towards each other?
I mean, the producers kept bringing up the Jackie stuff to me and, talking about my 6 miscarriages and you need, they were like, they wanted to make me cry. And they succeeded when they wanted to. And it wasn't because some broad said I was fat or whatever. It was about talking about my dead children. And I'm just going to be honest with you. That shit is fucked up. It is. And, my husband and I are people who really wanted to have children of our own. And, I was over it. I was ready to go. Production wouldn't let me leave. And Toya was gracious and was like, cause she wouldn't let nobody in her house at that point. Everybody was outside. And she was like, come in the house. And, we went downstairs in her closet and she was about to fix my makeup. Real sister, nice black girl. Like, I got your back. I understand kind of moment. And next thing I know is clunk, clunk, clunk. Bigfoot Contessa bringing her ass downstairs. She's still crying. What are you still crying about? You need to get yourself together and da-da-da. And I'm like, bitch, you was crying about your husband not supporting you to go to school. I'm crying about my dead children. And you yelling at me and telling me to get myself together. And at that point, my last miscarriage was 2 years before I was on that show. And so I was getting things like, you should be over that by now. I was getting like, no, and like y'all black, like, that's why black women don't talk to each other about that shit, because we have this stupid thing where we have to be sharp as iron and strong as steel, and it's killing us. It's okay to have human emotions. So anyway, she did all that, and I lost it. I couldn't believe she grabbed my neck and was screaming at me, and she said something really horrible to me. She, was like, get down on the floor and let me rock you like the babies you'll never have. Like, y'all didn't, they cut all that out. Like, these women really went for the,
Contessa said that?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly, she said it. There's no, I'm not saying alleged shit. This shit happened. I dare a bitch to sue me. I will tear everybody ass up. I didn't say no. I could own Bravo. A bitch could own Bravo right now from the shit that happened to me, and I didn't, because I'm not gonna do that to black women. Nobody gives me credit for that fucking shit. Okay. But anyway.
All right, so y'all just pretty much heard everything that Buffy had to say. Okay, she accused Miss Contessa of putting her hand on her neck or whatever and saying something like, girl, let me rock you, like something about your dead kids, whatever it was. I'm having a hard time believing that, but I don't know. We'll have to see, some evidence of that. She said that it was recorded and that they cut it out. All right, that's what Buffy is saying. I do have the clip of when all of this took place, and I could say that Contessa was very aggressive. She was very, very aggressive, but at the same time, Contessa was pretty confused, according, to how she was looking on the camera. So that's what's making me feel, or at least question, like, I see her being very aggressive, but she also was confused. So she really walked over there to you and mentioned something about your kids or whatever the case. Y'all, let me go ahead and just play this for y'all.
I appreciate you, but it's too much.
It's not too much. There's no such thing as too much. This is what we're gonna do.
No, we're not.
We're gonna hug you.
I'm not in a place right now, Contessa.
You're not what? Why are you screaming? What happened?
This is my pain.
What is her pain? Explain to me what happened. Don't let her. What happened? Look, baby, you have been through, but we have all been through. So if you sit here and wallow in the, you will be absorbed in the. So get it together and get out of the. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Get out of the. We have all been
here, baby. Are you a bad person? You have to make it about you.
What are you talking about making it about you?
Your husband is waiting on you.
Oh, yeah.
Your husband's waiting on you. He's been looking everywhere for you.
But I'm just trying to tell you what other people have been through, so you're gonna have to.
With me, my struggles mean nothing. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm telling you, and if you want to hear that, then you can choose to, baby girl.
Contessa, shut the up. Please.
I'm going home.
What happened? Contessa, why are you being so aggressive?
I'm going home.
We're not in the army again.
All right, so y'all just saw a snippet of that scene of what all took place at that time. Okay, it seems like Contessa was trying to console her, but Contessa definitely had a rough way of consoling her. She came down there to make sure that she was good. So now I'm having, like, even with that, seeing that Contessa came there to console her, be there for her, for me, and everybody's different. I'm still having a hard time, girl, believing that this lady said what you said that she said. Like, let me play that one more time.
She's so sweet until she grabbed my neck and cussed at me and yelled and told me to get over my miscarriages when she has 3 beautiful children at home. Other than that, I liked her and was very supportive of her. When her husband was acting up, I was the only one that was like, girl, you need to tell him how you feel and da-da-da-da-da. And not she was doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with her wanting to go back to school. But she's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, fabulous, beautiful, but she, and I will say this, Contessa, after the show, off camera where it counts, apologize to me. So we good.
But take us back to that night, because it was honestly, Buffy, and please don't be offended when I say this, it was like something out of a soap opera. Everything just felt so melodramatic. How did you and Contessa end up in that moment of contention towards each other?
I mean, the producers kept bringing up the Jackie stuff to me and, talking about my 6 miscarriages and you need, they were like, they wanted to make me cry. And they succeeded when they wanted to. And it wasn't because some broad said I was fat or whatever. It was about talking about my dead children. And I'm just going to be honest with you. That shit is fucked up. It is. And, you know, my husband and I are people who really wanted to have children of our own. And, you know, I was over it. I was ready to go. Production wouldn't let me leave. And Toya was gracious and was like, because she wouldn't let nobody in her house at that point. Everybody was outside. And she was like, come in the house. And, you know, we went downstairs in her closet and she was about to fix my makeup. Real sister, nice black girl. Like, I got your back. I understand kind of moment. And next thing I know is clunk, clunk, clunk. Bigfoot Contessa bringing her ass downstairs. She's still crying. What are you still crying about? You need to get yourself together and da-da-da. And I'm like, bitch, you was crying about your husband not supporting you to go to school. I'm crying about my dead children. And you yelling at me and telling me to get myself together. And at that point, my last miscarriage was 2 years before I was on that show. And so I was getting things like, you should be over that by now. I was getting like, no, and like y'all black, like, that's why black women don't talk to each other about that shit, because we have this stupid thing where we have to be sharp as iron and strong as steel, and it's killing us. It's okay to have human emotions. So anyway, she did all that, and, you know, I lost it. I couldn't believe she grabbed my neck and was screaming at me, and she said something really horrible to me. She, you know, was like, get down on the floor and let me rock you like the babies you'll never have. Like, y'all didn't, they cut all that out. Like, these women really went for the,
Contessa said that?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly, she said it. There's no, I'm not saying alleged shit. This shit happened. I dare a bitch to sue me. I would tear everybody ass up. I didn't say no bitch. I could own Bravo. A bitch could own Bravo right now from the shit that happened to me. And I didn't, because I'm not going to do that to black women. Nobody gives me credit for that fucking shit. Okay? But anyway.
All right, so I had to play that one more time because I'm just still confused a bit. Yes, I do. We all saw how aggressive Contessa was in that scene, but and how Buffy told the story to me was pretty much how we saw the scene play out, the scene that I just showed you guys. But what I'm having a hard time with is you saying that Contessa told you to get down on the floor so that she could rock you like your babies never will, or whatever that was, like the babies you will never have. Why would she need to even say that? That's what I'm just like, what the, you would definitely need proof of that for me, because I'm just having a hard time. Like, I do agree with the whole conversation Buffy was saying when she said Dr. Contessa was telling her to like get over it in so many words, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that lady lost her kids. Like, you just can't, everybody just can't get over miscarriages. You probably have people that are still emotional about miscarriages that happened 10 plus years ago. Like, you know, especially depending on how that miscarriage happened for them. So I am with Buffy as far as like, girl, don't be over here trying to rush my process when you had your own SHI going on and I was over there being supportive to you. Okay. And Contessa, you should know that you just can't force somebody to be over something when you want them to be. It's so many of us that's tired of hearing Buffy talk about y'all and really want to see Buffy in another phase of her damn life, worried about something else. But truthfully, we really can't tell her when the hell to be done. We can decide on when the hell we finna be done with her ass, and we're not finna entertain that conversation no more. We can decide on that, but you know, that's up to her and that's on her. But either way, you know, she said that they edit that part out, get down on the floor so I can rock you like the babies you'll never have. That shit don't even sound right personally to me. Okay. That's just to me. You know, some people feel like Dr. Contessa was extremely aggressive. She always saying that she don't say some stuff when she know that she really did say it, so people don't put stuff past Dr. Contessa. Well, I tell you this, Dr. Contessa did come to the front and she wanted to address some things when it comes to Buffy, and it seems like she was even threatening to sue her, and she got very emotional on one of her lives. So let's go ahead and just check out what Dr. Contessa had to say, child.
I lost it. I couldn't believe she grabbed my neck and was screaming at me, and she said something really horrible to me. She, you know, was like, get down on the floor and let me rock you like the babies you'll never have. Like, y'all didn't, they cut all that out. Like, these women really went for the,
Contessa said that?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. She said it. There's no, I'm not saying alleged shit. This shit happened. I dare a bitch to sue me. I would tear everybody ass up. I didn't say no bitch. I could own Bravo. A bitch could own Bravo.
Hi, Contessa here. She did not say that. She is a pathological liar, and she asked for the lawsuit, so let's give her one. Fortunately, there were about 10 people in that room, and all of them are going to be called as witnesses in this defamation lawsuit. You don't get to say anything you want, especially when it comes to there was absolutely footage. So Challenge accepted. Let's see how rich you really are. And I told her from my heart an empathetic story about my experience as a woman who lost several children. And one I actually had to fucking bury. So you lying ass bitch. You know where to find me, Chastain Integrative Medicine, and you said, should I sue you based on that dumb shit? Because again, I didn't say it. And if I did say that, everyone would have been like, gasp. Oh my God, who would say such a thing? You would have heard it before and they would have played it. So I am going to come back to who I am. I'm quite sure my husband is going to be furious that I even responded. But when it comes to, I finished medical school in 1998. I am a 100% service-connected Navy veteran. I'm a physician. I'm a mother of 3 live children. But my first child also matters. And I shared that very personal story with you. And for you to take that, again, move on with your life, sis. Ain't nobody out here trying to take over your life, ain't trying to ruin you. And if you didn't get what you needed from Married to Medicine, that has nothing to do with anyone who has ever been a part of that cast. Take that up with NBC Universal and Bravo. But don't be out here trying to destroy the rest of us because you didn't get what you needed from whatever you were doing that season. Share your real life. Be whoever the fuck you really are. And literally, if it's interesting, it is. If it's not, it's not. And if you have now decided that this is what I should have been and this is what I should have shown, then, oh, sorry. But I did not say that. And y'all, I don't care all this.
Baby, Contessa was over there going the hell off. Listen, I'm more so on Contessa's side. I am, girl. I was not expecting Contessa to tell her, like, girl, move on, girl. Listen, we see each other, Dr. Contessa, girl. Understand when she said it's not my fault or anybody else's fault that you didn't get what you needed from that show when you was on it. Okay, you didn't get to present whatever it is that you felt that you needed to present to show whatever, girl. Like that ain't nobody's fault. That's not our fault. It's the cast. I know that's motherfucking right. Girl, you need to go to the editor's room and have a conversation with them. You need to go to the producer's room and talk to them about why they cut out so many of your motherfucking scenes, girl. Okay? That's what you need to go and do. All right. So I'm over here, girl. I'm over here leaning with Contessa, child. You got Contessa down to the Instagram, yelling and crying and being emotional. And I could have sworn Contessa lost some children too. But I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure. I'm like, dang, I could have sworn Contessa, had some miscarriages or whatever. And boom, we just heard it. And she said she had a child that she needed to bury. 1000%. Contessa may be a very aggressive person sometimes. She might do a little too much like Heavenly or whatever sometimes, right? Not in the same way, but sometimes, do too much. But I am fully struggling to believe that that woman told you that she wanted to rock you like the babies you'll never have. Get down on the floor so I can rock you like the babies you'll never have. Girl, what? Rock you like the baby? Why would she need to do that? Where would that even come in at? What would that, like, that's such a wow factor in my opinion that I do believe that Bravo would have played that if that's what it was. To me, okay? And I do believe that Dr. Contessa mentioned that in one of on that live when she was yelling and stuff, and she was like, girl, if I really say that, you don't think that, she was like, first of all, Bravo don't give a damn about none of us. So if I said that, you don't think they would play that? And I'm over here like, girl, they definitely would have played that because that's definitely a gasper. Like, oh, she said what? Like, they definitely would have played that in my personal. Now, Dr. Contessa did go on to let us know the last time that she talked to Buffie, child, and it looks like, or at least she didn't talk to her, but she sent a message to Buffy back on November 27th. So obviously they haven't had any issues or anything. So it looks like, Contessa thought that they were cool. She says, hi, it's Contessa. We never got to have our lunch/brunch/walk. Would love to connect before 2023 ends. She says, this is my last message to her. Unbelievable. Okay. 1000%. If a BITCH told you that, You still cool with her? But you know, Buffy did say that the woman apologized. I think that Contessa could have apologized for being so aggressive and maybe not as sensitive as she needed to be to her in that moment, because she came down trying to force her to be calm and to, you know, move forward or whatever. But I don't think that she came down there apologizing about some damn let me rock you like the babies you'll never have. No, I think she came down there apologizing for trying to, you know, force you to be in a better space and move forward or whatever. But my thing too was, Contessa, why the hell you coming downstairs doing the absolute most, trying to aggressively console this lady, but then you also don't know what the hell going on at the same time. Asking what's going on, like what's the issue, what's this and that, what's what? But you trying to console her. Like, that was confusing. But anywho, all in all, they were obviously in a good place at the end of last year, because Dr. Contessa sent this message, and then here we are in January or February, and you got Buffy over here adding layers, talking cash fucking money, and then talking about she dare anybody to sue her. Girl, I wonder if Dr. Contessa gonna follow through with this damn lawsuit so that we could really see what's gonna go down, instead of getting on social media crying about it. Are you going to actually sue her? Because I do know that Dr. Contessa definitely added her attorney and said, can we sue her for X amount of dollars? Yeah. Let's see how much money you really got. Girl, listen. If she sue that lady, girl, I'm just going to be over there looking, okay, watching, seeing what's going on. Y'all done put us in the business now, girl. So we'll see if she's going to follow through with that. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. How y'all feeling about this situation? Do you believe that Dr. Contessa actually said what Buffy said that she said? Do you feel like Buffy is adding layers? Could she be adding layers? Is she out there lying? Do you think that Buffy should go get her healing? What are you all's thoughts about this overall situation when it comes to Buffy and the ladies of Married to Medicine, and Buffy especially with the Dr. Contessa? All right, that's all that I have for you guys at this time. I am Jami, that's me. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Ray. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, so straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad one.